Good evening, I'm Apostle Will Hudson, and we're currently doing a Bible study. And we're going to start making a Bible study live on YouTube. So this is a brief synopsis of what the Bible study is going to consist of and how it's going to go. But tonight I'm just going to break off a short sermonette so you can get an idea how the Bible study is going to flow. This will be the rhythm that we flow in the entire time we're doing these Bible studies. So tonight's message is coming out of the book of Numbers, chapter 17. And I want you to stick with me tonight because it's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to go really smooth, really quickly, but it's going to make sense. And it starts like this in chapter 17 of Numbers. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and take every one of them a rod, according to the house of their fathers. Look, this is the rod. This is the example of the rod that God told Moses to take from all the leaders from the 12 tribes of Israel. A rod. Now stick with me because it's going to make sense. Of all the princes, according to the house of their fathers, 12 rods. Write out every man's name upon his rod. Take your rod and every leader's name, write on the rod. Stick with me because this is going to make sense. This is going to richly bless you. And thou shalt write Aaron's name upon the rod of Levi. For one rod shall be for the head of the house of the fathers. Each tribe had to get a rod. And they had to write the name of the leader of that tribe. Aaron was the leader of the Levi tribes, the priestly tribe. Look what it says. And thou shalt lay them on the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony where I will meet you. In essence, God was saying, take the rods and put them in the temple. Put them in the temple that you know I reside in. Put them in the temple where you know that I'm there. You know, Jesus said when there's two or three gathered in his name that he's in the midst. So we know right now Jesus is in our midst. So they took the rods. Look at it. I'm reading right out the Bible. And they shall lay them upon the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony where I will meet them. And it shall come to pass that the man's rod, whom I shall choose, shall blossom. And I will make to cease from me the memories of the children of Israel, whereby they murmur against you. Listen, and that's what God was saying. The rod that blossoms, that's the one I picked. You know, I found when God was giving me this, in the day society, we like to always pick the leaders. But for some reason, we always pick the wrong ones because we get outside of God. We don't listen to God. Even in our own lives, God will tell us to do something, we'll do the opposite. So one time God told me don't take this road. Just recently, God told me, don't take that road. I said, well, that road is quicker.